Hi, Weather Joey here with your updated forecast, kind of updated weather recap for Sunday, March 14th. In the middle of the day, I got a vest on right now. It's March 14th. It's cold out there. Feels like winter still. I'm looking forward to some spring weather, and we may have some coming in the next little while. Anyway, this forecast or the recap is going out to you folks in the future, and the forecast is going out to all my friends of the land, the spirits and beings, to help them out if I think I possibly could, my little bit. And anyone else who's watching this forecast now, well, you've got in on a little secret, so let's just keep it hush. Anyway, before we get started, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank and acknowledge the First Peoples of this land, the First Nations from North Saanich out to Sooke and beyond, really, for allowing us to live, work, and play on your beautiful traditional territories. Many thanks. Okay, recap. Last week, Monday, Tuesday, we had a little low pressure off the Pacific Northwest coast. Well, it fed up a last gasp of cloud across the coast for Tuesday. I think that was the 9th. Little bit of cloud for Tuesday night, cloud cover. As it moved on, that sort of gave way to what we got into Wednesday and Thursday, which was high pressure that had been building up into the Gulf of Alaska. Well, that started to move onto the coast for Wednesday and Thursday. Fairly cool. It's sourced. The air out here has been really cool for the first part of March. A lot of it has been flowing out of the Aleutians, out of the Bering Strait, and filling the northeast Pacific up with cool air. So this high pressure, quite cool, came across the coast. And for this time of year, high pressures from here, it's not unusual to see frost. And we saw frost with the clear skies on Wednesday the 10th and Thursday the 11th. And so as this ridge crossed the coast, it stuck with us into Friday the 12th and 13th. So I'm going to show you what was sort of happening here. As it sort of hung around, it tended to focus a little bit over the Pacific Northwest. Now if you look back at the records, if they still have the records in your future time, you'll see that we are quite dry, but we weren't quite sunny. In our last forecast, we thought we may be a bit more sunny and a bit warmer than we actually were. So what we had for Thursday, Friday, we had a system out here. We won't get too involved in that, but it had a front that was hitting the North Island and the Central Coast with a fair amount of wind and rain, while we stayed protected down here with this high pressure sitting nicely. We stayed dry, but the clouds came over top and filtered across with a mix of sun and cloud, mostly cloudy at times, a little bit more sun at other times. But still, nice and dry. That's part of our world right there. It was nice to have those couple of days. As we got into Saturday, it wasn't getting quite as warm as we thought because of the cloud cover we mentioned, and just because of the source of the air. So we didn't warm up quite as far as we thought we would. Now, by Sunday, this ridge was breaking down, and this front was able to move across, that would be this morning, move across the south coast. Quite a bit of a southerly flow, so still fairly cool. Cooler than one would expect from that flow, but it crossed with the first significant rainfall for the south coast in about a week or more. We didn't see much in Victoria. We're in a bit of a rain shadow down here, but around either side and up the East Island, got a fair amount of rain along with the west coast and some wind. Now as this front passed through, again we got a similar sort of ridge up here building in, and that's going to bring us into Monday and Tuesday. So last week we talked about that ridge coming in for Wednesday, Thursday. Well, it's moving in for Monday, Tuesday. Actually, I just wanted to mention also that this ridge, before this ridge is moving in, or as it's moving in tonight, Sunday, we'll see a bit of a blow. And what's happening right now, a blow of west-northwest winds down the Strait of Juan de Fuca and northwest winds down the Strait of Georgia Strait. So that'll flood in, high pressure building onto the coast for Monday. We're into nice sunny skies, mainly sunny skies. But as it builds over top here, this is cool. Like we mentioned, the source up here of air is quite cool. frosty mornings for Monday morning, Tuesday morning, a lot like last Thursday, Friday. Mainly sunny during the day, not too warm. Temperatures will warm up in the sun, especially with fairly calm winds around here. As we get into Wednesday though, I'm liking the looks of Wednesday because this ridge will start to more kind of focus over top of the Pacific Northwest states, just reaching up into southern BC. And with that, I'm going to change over into orange. We're going to see a little bit of warming. So we're going to still see sunny skies for Sunday, or for Wednesday, I think. We may see some frost to start off. It still may be cool enough overnight clearing to cool things off and frost things up. But this shape of this high pressure like this, on this side, it's got a little bit of a southerly flow. So we're expecting some warming temperatures and air moving up from the western states. So I'm looking at Wednesday being quite a nice day, quite a spring-like day with temperatures rising up more than we've seen so far this March. So a real feel to spring on Wednesday. I like it. Anyway, as we get into Thursday, we got another low pressure. Where it came from, up here, in here. It's been a front sitting off here. Well, it's going to dig down and it's going to start bringing a front in from the west-southwest for Thursday. Now, let's get into that a little bit. Temperatures with this last front, today's front, quite cool. So we see some snow in the hills. With this one on Thursday, so this low comes down. It's going to circle around. It's still sourcing cold air from way up here, coming around. Once again, it'll get a chance to warm up, but not as much as you would think from the southwest. So it'll bring a front across from the southwest on Thursday. Victoria, we may still be in a rain shadow, but a lot of rain falling. Now, the freezing levels will rise, but it looks like we'll still get snow for most of the local ski hills around this area. So 3,000 feet above kind of thing, 2,500 feet. We'll see how that turns out. But another wave, as this low sits off the coast, another wave for Friday. So plenty of rain later in this week. As we get into the weekend, it looks like flow is going to turn more to a westerly, but still showery and whatnot. But we'll just see how that turns out. I'll try to update a forecast later in this week for the weekend so we know what is coming for the weekend. Anyway, that's my little bit. For you folks out there in the future, I hope you're doing well. And I hope everyone's being nice to each other because, people are pretty nice sometimes here, sometimes not so nice. I wonder if things have changed way off in the future. My nephew's out there singing a song. And for all my friends, the plants and animals, the spirits and beings that I love so much, I hope this helps out. It's my little bit. And just wanted to let you know that, or wish upon, as always, may the forecast be with you.